Sir Holness, I can't have people on my channel waiting till they join us. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna talk something till they come on.
So you and I will open.
Right.
So okay. We have 5 6 minutes advertising.
Yes, we're on now live on my channel.
Welcome to a special edition of Make We Talk. We're coming to you live from
Miami. We're at the National Association of Black Hotel Owners and Developers Conference that happens annually here in Miami at the Marriott Hotel, overlooking the beautiful Biscayne Bay. Wish you were here to see how beautiful it is outside and to enjoy this. We have a lot of money in this room. Of course, you'll hear the money song in a little while when we go live on WZOP, WZPP radio. We're going to have various guests today come in to talk about money. There's a lot of money at this conference. Many major hotel developers are here, and those who supply to the hotel industry also will be here live with us. So we're going to have a really a good talk with a variety of people from different backgrounds. Again, talking about money in a few minutes as soon as we get on WZOP, WZPP radio, we go live.
Thank you very much, Mr. Holness, Dale Holness, former mayor of Broward County. We're going to go live to WZPP in just a moment. I am Jeffrey Tavares, your host for the Make We Talk program. But today it is going to be a different style of program. We're not going to talk about politics today. We're going to talk about how to make money.
Absolutely. You know, money is very important, even though a lot of us don't like to talk about it, especially people of color. We like to put it on the back burner, but it involves everything in our lives. And that's why we're doing this every Wednesday and every Thursday and Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. on WZOP. We're going live talking about money. So you're going to hear from a variety of people about the hotel business primarily and tourism and how money's made and how they're making money there and how they got started and all those things that are essential to being a good entrepreneur in the business world, especially as it pertains to hotel and tourism.
Thank you very much, Mr. Holness. We're still standing by to join WZPP and WZOP. As soon as we do, we will go to our first guest this afternoon. But you know, Mr. Holness, when you look over the entire bay here, I wish our viewers on the YouTube channel could see that it is a beautiful, thank you. It is a beautiful, beautiful bay. You see a lot of yachts, a lot of boats are in the harbor.
Big money, big money. You know, we look at some of these boats out here, and you've got what appears to be about 100-footer out there. That's probably about 50-60 million dollars. Most of these larger boats in this bay will sell in the millions of dollars, not thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. That actually gives you an idea as to the kind of money that's here in Miami. And or people, Caribbean people, black people need to understand the importance of getting in this and how powerful and critical it is for us to control money and control wealth. We're in a world that is capitalistic in nature. And he who has the capital actually runs the world. They make the rules. I talked to a friend the other day, and he told me the golden rule is now he who has the gold make the rules. And if you look at government and governance and business, you see that clearly demonstrated on a day-to-day basis. And beyond these super yacht in this bay, you see a large amount of buildings, hotels, and offices, but mostly hotels and condominiums selling in the millions of dollars in terms of value. It is living the luxurious life, and yet when we look at Miami-Dade County, and we see a breakdown as to who controls the wealth. Hardly any reaches us in the Black community. When you look at the poverty rate in Miami-Dade County, you find that 25% of the Black population in Miami-Dade County live in poverty, according to an FIU study that was done about 3 years ago, compared to about 11% for Hispanics and 9% for whites. Huge difference. So controlling capital and money is really, really, really a critical thing for us to be able to ensure that we have good health and all the good things that we have. And I know we're coming up on the end of this break of our, can you see? 106. So we've got about another couple of minutes to get on where we go live, and we're bringing on a good friend of mine who knows about money. We actually were in Africa together a few years ago. G. Eric Knowles, he's the president, CEO of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. And he will talk about all the things that he does and how he helps people. And if you're in business, how you might want to connect with the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. Has been around for many, many years. Being a member myself for a good while. They offer support and help for businesses, and fittingly, they're here at this huge conference, ensuring that there's connection to the business community to do business.
Thank you very much, former Mayor Dale Holness. We're still, I see we have the president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. We can go live now in studio. Studio, if you're hearing us. If you're hearing us, studio, you can lower the theme song. We're live on the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel, and we're waiting to join our radio station WZPP and WZOP. If you're hearing us in studio, if you're hearing us in the studio, we are coming to you live from Miami. Studio, if you're hearing us, please give us the signal that we can go live. Yes, we're live now on WCB. Former Mayor Dale Holness, over to you.
Great. It's Make We Talk, and we are actually here in Miami-Dade County at the National Association of Black Hotel Owners and Developers Conference. That's been going on for many, many years. We have lots of money here in this conference, and we're going to go directly now to a good friend of mine, someone who is in the business of helping people in business make money. G. Eric Knowles, president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, and a good friend. Eric, would you tell us a little bit about what's going on? First, tell us about you, just briefly, you and the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, what you do and how you do. And then we talk about NABU, National Association of Black Hotel Owners and Developers.
Absolutely, Dale. I just want to thank you all for having me here today. Yeah, I've been running the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce for 10 years now. Chamber was formed in 1974, actually celebrate our 50th year celebration next year, advocating for Black business. And, you talked about a few things earlier in terms of our community as a Black community and where we are behind in so many different areas. And one of the things that you, along with myself and others, have, not just in Dade County, in Broward County, and Palm Beach County, and it really is all throughout the United States, where we, as a Black community, Black business community, are falling behind. In Miami-Dade County, we receive less than 2% of income or opportunities to do business with our actual county government, less than 2%. So the disparity study is going on right now, a disparity study to say what we already know, that we're not getting our equal share, where we are, I believe, 17% of the population here in Miami-Dade County, but again, receiving less than 2%. School board went through a disparity study a few years ago, and we were less than that. But at least they did put things in place because, again, the disparity study showed that we are behind. And since then, the school board has changed that number, and it's rising above 11, 12, 14% of opportunities that we're receiving in terms of contracts.
So it's important that these disparity studies be done. And wherever you live, you ought to get with your city government, your county government, for them to do the study. Because one of the things that has to be done in order for you to put defendable special programs in place that actually give preference to race or gender in procurement, in the contracting opportunity, is a disparity study, because you can then use that to defend the organization in the court of law. And what we have seen in the past is when governments try to put these programs in place without the disparity study, end up the large corporations sue the governments, forcing them to abandon these programs. So kudos to Miami-Dade County government for now pursuing this disparity study that is in place. You know, Eric, when I got to Broward County in 2010, 10.25% of our procurement went to our small minority women-owned businesses. We had a preference program several years before I got there that was abandoned because of what I just said.
Absolutely.
But when I left, without the disparity study, because of strategic moves and real pressure from myself and from others that I brought on, we went to 51% for procurement, $248 million of the government dollars that people pay from every background into the system.
Well, Dale, when you say that, that takes elected officials, not politicians, elected officials who understand the purpose of why they're in their seat. It's not a popularity contest. It's you are there for the people, by the people. And you, I don't know if there was any other bigger champion than yourself fighting for our community. So kudos to all the work that you continue to do, and you continue to do, because that's the thing. Again, not a politician. You are a servant of the community. So I want to thank you for that. But also, I want to bring up the fact that you talk about the chamber. The one thing I talk about all the time is having the back of your house together. What does that mean? You can be great at being a chef. You can be great at being a landscaper. You can be great at being an attorney. But if you don't have the back of your house together, having your financials in order, having a CPA, having an accountant, having a marketing team, having consultants around you to help you run your business, the day-to-day aspects of your business, you're going to fail. So having the back of your house is important. So how do we do that? We provide technical assistance each and every day. We're part of the SBDC, Small Business Development Center out of FIU. You get free technical assistance. So if you're starting a business, you need to connect to a chamber. It doesn't have to be the Miami-Dade Chamber. It could be the Black Chamber in Broward, Black Chamber in Palm Beach. And that's the other thing we are doing. We're working with the Tri-County Chambers, the Black Chamber with Ms. Shahiwa Garrett, Gellin. We're working with my good friend up in Palm Beach. And actually, we're getting together on the 9th of August, coming together through Brightline to meet. We did that last year. We're going to continue to do that. We started a coalition of Black chambers throughout the state of Florida to go up to Tallahassee to fight for opportunities as well.
So becoming a member of the chamber, if you're in business, no matter how large or small, especially if you're a Black-owned business, connecting with the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, the Broward Black Chamber of Commerce, or Palm Beach Black Chamber of Commerce is essential. So Eric, I'm going to have you give out the website and the contact information.
Yeah,
for the chamber.
Absolutely. Our website is m-dcc.org. You know, the www, they tell me you don't have to say the www anymore because you should know that. So m-dcc.org. Our number is 305-751-8648, 305-751-8648.
Again, the website is www.m-bcc.org. Go on, join, see what they have to offer, become a member. And maybe you think they can't do anything to help you because you're doing so well, but at least you can help strengthen the fabric of this organization so they can help others who may be not as successful as you are. And tell us a little bit about what you're experiencing here at the National Association of Black Hotel Owners and Developers Conference.
Well, as you said, this is a room with a lot of money. You're talking about Miss Johnson, former owner of BET, Salamander, her development up in Maryland. This is Andy Ingram has put this together for the last several years, bringing Black hotel owners from around the country. This is about supplier diversity, how you can do business with Black hotel owners. So this is an amazing event. If you've never been, you need to make sure that you get connected next year, especially if you have a product, if you have a service that you provide to hoteliers, or if you're thinking about it, definitely get in touch with Andy Ingram and Neighborhood.
Thank you so much. And hopefully when you go out, my friend, see if you can bring Andy back here so he can give a little background. I know he's a hard man to pin down.
Yeah, definitely.
But since you're a Miami-Dade man, I want you to introduce my next guest.
Well, it truly is my honor. The next guest, actually, she is. This woman is one of the hardest working women in Miami-Dade County. She's a good friend. She's actually my boss. She's one of my board members. But we get to trade that off because I'm her boss as well, because I'm a board member of the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. But who we have coming on is the Senior Vice President of Multicultural Affairs, Tourism in Miami-Dade County. She's been here. We were just talking about this the other day. I said, it's been about 5 years. She said, no, man, it's 8 years that she's been here. And I had the pleasure of being on the team that hired her, and we definitely did the right thing. So Connie, I love her energy. I'm telling you, I don't know anyone who works harder. Connie is all over the United States promoting Miami-Dade County, and no one does it better. Oh, and Africa. She was right. And she's headed back next month as well. So, hey, you have one of the best in the house.
So welcome. We're going to have you introduce yourself, say who you are, and what you do, and what you're doing here at this conference.
Very
how
good.
you sponsor, support, and how people make money. We want to talk about money.
Money, that's
Yes,
right.
Money.
That's right. OJ. So thank you so much for your support. You were shaking your head, but you have been really a supporter. You're one of those supporters that I know I could go to if I needed to come to for anything. So been here 8 years at the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. And really the overall goal of the Bureau is to promote our destination and to bring visitors here. But, specifically my area is about development in our communities, our multicultural neighborhoods, elevating the diasporas that make up our community and helping everyone get a piece of the tourism dollar.
So I know that you're sponsoring NABUD and you've done this for many years. Tell us why you sponsor NABUD and what's going on.
NABHOOD is wonderful because it's about Black-owned developers, owners, operators interested in really kind of elevating the connection of the Black dollar and the tourism business. And so many, believe it or not, while tourism is very diverse, when it comes to an ownership area within this industry, it's really limited in Black and Brown. So we support that. One of the things here in Miami, it's really about supporting our small business, medium and big business in ownership. So for me, it aligns with the mission of our company, and it really aligns with me personally and what I want to see really grow in our community.
So you're headed to Africa. Tell us a little bit about that. It's a trade mission that's going to several countries.
Trade mission, as you know, we've done those before.
Yes.
So it's a couple of things. We must share information and not just domestically, internationally. So these missions are about sharing the things that are happening in our community, Of course, people travel. So people from Africa travel to the U.S. and will travel to Miami. So we're able to share some of the things going on here. But then also we learn from from the things happening in those communities. And for me, it's also just about building relationships. So I will be attending one of those, and you should be coming too. Soon.
I tell you, at some other point in time, I know you're going to, what are the countries you're headed to?
Yeah, Sierra Leone
Sierra
and
Leone,
Senegal.
Senegal.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. So
yeah, I know some of my friends are stopping over also. I think they're going to Morocco.
yes, yes.
Uh,
Some are traveling on to Morocco and Nigeria, and
yes, yes. So
yeah,
you're just going to Sierra Leone
mm-hmm.
and
Senegal.
and
Yes, on
okay,
this
okay,
leg.
all
Yes.
right. So we really thank you for the work you've done. I know
Thank you.
that what you've done in your position is to ensure that there's inclusivity
Mm-hmm.
and that there's connections to the Black community, to these
Mm-hmm.
opportunities in the tourism industry,
Yes.
which is, by the way, folks, South Florida's #1 industry.
Right. Right.
More people make a living out of tourism than anything else that we
Yeah.
do in South Florida. So again, thank you,
You're
Connie,
welcome.
for
Thank
being
you.
on with us and for
Yeah.
what you do.
Thank you
And
for
we
the
have coming up
opportunity.
next Professor Lincoln P. Edwards, president of Northern Caribbean University, one of the leading education institution in the Caribbean, certainly in Jamaica. Professor, good seeing you again.
Thank you,
And,
sir.
and
It's
welcome
my pleasure
to this
to join you
program.
here on your program.
Good. So tell us a little bit about you and about the university, and then your connection here at NABUD, and how people can get to connect with you to get the studies done to make money.
Yes, certainly. So I am currently serving as the 24th president of the Northern Caribbean University. Northern Caribbean University was previously named West Indies College, and even before that, West Indian Training College. And we came about in 1907 at a time in Jamaica when only the children of the rich and the elite could have access to tertiary education. And so the university had a number of industries that operated.
So you've been around longer than
Uh,
UWI?
yes, UWI was 1948, so we have been there before. And these industries allowed people with little or no resource to come to the university and work in the mornings and then attend college in the afternoon. So persons like the former Speaker of the House, the Honorable Pernell Charles Sr., that's how he was able to develop himself, that he came to NCU with no money and was able to rise to in the political landscape. There, Mr. Dennis Morgan, the owner of the Sea Garden Resort Hotel, again came to the university with no money, but worked hard as students and therefore were able to send themselves. So we are in the business of empowering people. And in terms of NABHOOD, that is what NABHOOD is doing. It's empowering people of color so that they can succeed in their businesses. And that is a similar mission to us at the Northern Caribbean University. Also, Dr. Andy Ingraham is one of our graduates. And so we are very proud of the work that he's doing here at NABHOOD. And we just feel a sense of pride with what he's doing. And this is an empowering seminar that is taking place here, trade show.
So Andy and I have been a friend for a long time, and I tease him often that he wants to be Jamaican. And he tries to make it seem as if he knows more about Jamaica than I do.
I know.
He was born in the Bahamas, and
Yes.
of course went to school in Jamaica, and as such has made the connection with Northern Caribbean University. I know that they're looking at doing some partnership with Northern Caribbean University also.
Yes,
can you
they-
talk a little bit about that?
Yes, he's trying to empower the hospitality school that that is one of the programs that we offer at Northern Caribbean University. So Andy's helping us to raise funds and to provide scholarships for students to have access to this. NCU has distinguished itself in several areas, but we are the only institution in the Caribbean that has ever won a section of the Microsoft Imagine Cup, which is the most prestigious technology competition in the world. We
Wow.
went to Poland in 2010 and won that. We're also the only institution in the Caribbean that has won the International Business Model Competition, placing ahead of schools like Harvard. In fact, the fifth place team when NCU won in Utah in 2018 was Johns Hopkins. So it tells you the level of the competition that our students are able to compete with these individuals and do well, because we offer a values-based program that is high quality, and we encourage students, even here in America, to join us. And let me say this, Dale, what we notice is that when a number of students who are may have challenges in the US, when they come and they get immersed in the experience at Northern Caribbean University and complete their studies, and they return to the US, they are so empowered that they go on to do so well. And a number of persons don't realize that. So we have had discussions with historically Black colleges and university here to have the student exchange, because we believe the Jamaican experience is an empowering one, because Jamaicans like yourself and others have gone abroad and have done well. And so we encourage students to come and share in this authentic experience. It will only help them to be empowered and to deal with challenges that they will face in the US.
So at this juncture, would you give the contact information as to how they might reach out to Northern Caribbean University? And you're saying students or folks here in the United States
Yeah.
are welcome to come and attend. Is there any visa requirement or?
No visa requirement.
Okay,
We
and-
have students from over 38 countries attending Northern Caribbean University. And they can have all the information on our website, which is www.ncu.edu.jm. That's ncu.edu.jm, and all the relevant information is there.
Is there an office line that they can call, phone number?
Yes, they can call at 876-618 1652 or 876-963-7000.
Okay, so give us some of the classes that you offer, and you do bachelor's, master's, and,
And we go all the way up to the doctoral level.
okay,
We are well known for our technology program. So we have bachelors in information science, computer science, the various fields. We have offer criminal justice, nursing, education. Education goes up to the PhD level in leadership. We have psychology programs, and of course we have our biology programs and criminal justice. So it's a liberal arts university offering a variety of programs for which, and our communication studies. We are the best in the country when it comes to communication studies and computer
so,
science.
so
and
quickly,
nursing.
cost differential between going to school here in the United States and in
An
Jamaica?
average college in the United States may be about 30 to 40,000 US per year. In Jamaica, it's about 6,000.
$6,000?
Yes.
That doesn't include room and board, though?
No, that's tuition.
Okay.
But room and board is not much more.
How
so
much more?
It's maybe an extra 2,000.
So you're talking for less than $10,000 a year, they could go ahead
take
and,
advantage of a
and-
high
and-
quality education.
and let me give the information out again in terms of how to contact Professor Lincoln P. Edwards at Northern Caribbean University. It's www.ncu.edu.jm, www.ncu.edu.jm. And we're about to come up on a break on the radio station. So we will continue with our program here online, and then we will come back on the other side of the break live on radio again. We'll be headed into this commercial break on WZOP, WZPP radio. Certainly here in South Florida, we reach all the way into Orlando, Tampa, Port St. Lucie. So we're broadcasting across the state, the Voice of the Caribbean radio, WZPP, WZOP radio, coming to you live here from NABU, the National Association of Black Hotel Owners and Developers program here in Miami-Dade County. Over the next 2 days, we'll be here to talk more about the great things that's happening here. Professor, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much,
Okay,
Dale. And
good.
remember, we build character, creativity, and competence at NC.
All right, character. Say that one more time.
We build character, creativity, and competence at NC. The 3 C's.
And while we're going to be probably breaking a little bit on radio here, we will have our next guest come on and talk to us a little bit. So I know that there are a bunch of folks at lunch around here. And,
Yeah, that
yeah. So it's lunchtime, and I have a good friend who is in the market space, digital marketing, and computers, and all of that sort of good stuff. I'm going to let you take a few moments to give yourself a good introduction, who you are, give a little bit on your background and what you do in terms of helping people and those who might be out there. And my friend Dadley Filius, again, he's really a media person that does quite a bit of stuff here.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
You're live on Make We Talk program.
Right, Make We Talk. How you doing? I love it.
And my brother is actually Haitian. He's Haitian.
Yep. No parle creole, no
Parle
pocron.
Creole,
Love the Caribbean.
Habla español.
Un poquito. I'd like to introduce myself formally, Dadley Filius, and I'm the owner of Natif Logistics. And my wife and I operate Beyond Revealed Media. And Nabhood, this is my first one, and won't be the last, because what we fight to do is we're advocating for tourism. Here, I live in one of the most beautiful places, to be able to get more of our minorities in position, culture, so that when people come visit South Florida, they're getting that melting pot. That's one of the missions and goal, is just to get what Nabhood is doing. And you see so many Black owners, Black leaders in the hotel space, which I was not privy to. Yeah, amazing.
Several hundred.
A lot. I mean,
And a lot of big money.
senior VP, owners. Just had a great conversation with Miss Sheila,
Sheila Johnson.
billionaire woman, owns.
She and Bob Johnson owned BET.
Yeah.
Sold it and got in the hotel business.
Yep. And they're doing it.
Yeah.
And she's one of the best situations you heard. She owns Salamander Collection. Beautiful. And to have a Black woman at the height on that level, it just gives a clear view that things are, as long as we keep fighting, we're on a good horizon.
So tell us about your business.
Again,
Beyond
Revealed
Media.
We are a full production company, and what we focus on all the way from social media to film. We're currently working on a project for a Women's Entertainment Network, which is called Dining Divas, and it's a show that we're filming different restaurants out in Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, but mostly in Fort Lauderdale, and we'll be going out to the ocean to do a episode where they're catching fish and then get a chef to cook the fish, and they interview people. So we're trying to get more of the minority brand in front of everyone else, and not so watered down.
All right. So you also do photography.
Yep, photography, digital marketing.
So tell us a little bit about that.
The digital marketing right now, the digital space is a new space, but it doesn't have more people like us in that space. So we've been able to kind of get into a position where right now we're working with various people, the county, to be able to project messages towards minority groups. Who better to help companies get to minorities than a minority digital marketing company? So right now, the digital tech, it's wide open. And if anybody has interest, I heard the gentleman talking about IT. Right now, that's what everyone. It doesn't matter what size of the company. And COVID proved that the digital space is important because there was one time Instagram went down. So having a website, having someone that protects that website for you is very important because if your social media goes down, all you have left is your Facebook. I mean, is your website. So not counting too much on what everyone else is providing. That's what NABHood is talking about. Becoming owners of our destiny is the goal. So that Natif Logistics, we launched it at Fitzy. Uh, Fitzy, we
So you can say Fitzy what Fitzy.
Fitzy is to me it's an equivalent of NABHood, but it's dealing with international trade and business. And that's where I launched the Natif Logistics, where a couple of companies needed to promote to connect with. It says they're connecting your brand to Broward County, so they loved what was going on. So Fitzy, hold on, international
Florida's International
Florida
International
International
Trade and
Trade.
Cultural Expo. Something
Beautiful
that I
thing.
started. So
Yeah, no, and I'm not. It's a shameless plug, man. That's exactly where it started. So,
yeah.
I love what you did with that, and the fact that it continues to go on. I think it helps the cultural, like first generation people like myself, connect back to roots and different cultures, and make sure that it's not just grounded in the American soil, but also going abroad.
Right. So I know that we will be doing FITSI again this year,
Yeah.
Florida's International Trade and Cultural Expo. The Florida's International Trade and Cultural Expo will be October 4th and 5th again this year.
Yeah, beautiful. be
FITSIExpo.com,
Yeah.
FITCEXPO.com. You ought to go ahead and so we're coming back live on WZOP, WZPP radio. We're here talking to a good friend of mine who is in the Mr. Dadley Filius. He's in the digital marketing space. He does a lot of things. So what I want you to do for me again, Dadley, who's actually my brother from Haiti,
Okay.
Haitian brother. Tell us a little bit more about what kind of service someone out in the audience can reach out to you and get to help grow their business, to help them make money, to make connections to the marketplace.
Like that. Hello, it's Dadley Filius with Natif Logistics and the sister company Beyond Reveal Media. Both companies are operated by myself and my wife. And what we focus on and the target market we have are people looking to get out of jobs and scale their vision, their dream, as well as companies who've reached a point they want to scale or shift or pivot to another point. And one way we do that, we curate content, videos, pictures, websites, newsletters, anything that communicates to an audience. We can do that. We also have the sister company, Natif Logistics. Once you get this stuff, where does it go? So Natif is focused on disseminating the information and where to put it and who to put it in front of. How do you get it in front of people? We have a tool we call Grow Toy. We copyrighted it, trademark, and Grow Toy is an acronym that we use. It's like an hour and a half consultation. Someone sits with us first if they don't really get it or know where they want to go. So Grow Toy, G for goals. You gotta have a goal. If you don't have a goal, it's just a wish.
Right.
R is resources.
Mhm.
O, opportunities. What are the opportunities that you have that we can get to this goal? And resources is not always money. Resource, you're a resource. You're someone that knows different avenues where someone could, hey, if I have a sugar company, man, how can I, hey, come to Fitzy, right? Fitzy's a opportunity.
Sell your stuff to the world.
Okay. So opportunity, O is opportunity. W, you got to know your weaknesses. Once you know the weaknesses and everybody, there's a weakness somewhere, somehow that you just have to be aware of. Doesn't mean it stops you, but just be aware of it. The T, timeline. No goal makes sense without you scaling at a certain point. So if it's 3 months, 6 months, a year, we needed to have a timeline.
Time to implement whatever you. To
Exactly.
implement to reach your goal.
Exactly.
Whatever you, so you
yeah,
plan, you come up with a goal, you got a plan, then you gotta
what the
determine
date?
when am I doing this?
Yeah.
When am I doing that?
Yeah.
Where am I gonna be a month
Here.
from now, 30 days from now, a
At
year
least you
from
can
now?
scale it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
exactly.
get to that deadline and you're like, okay, what happened? That's where now the O is what did I put out? Outgoing.
Yeah.
And the I is what came in, incoming. Money, contacts, friends, whatever it was. So we use this tool to scale with every client we talk to. So we sit an hour and a half. That's normally what it takes or less. But it's been successful for a lot of people, and we hope to just change Broward County's whole direction with that tool.
Well, I'd say South Florida, but go ahead and probably anywhere in the world you can
Yeah.
do this, right?
Yep, anywhere, Jamaica, Haiti.
yeah.
The goal is to get into the Caribbean because I know there's a synergy that can happen between South Florida and the Caribbean the same way Latin America
Yes.
benefits here.
So if someone has a business or if they're a professional and they want to get exposure and build an image. So you're
Mhm.
about building the image
Yeah.
and helping them attain their goals of growth and development
Yep.
in their profession or in their business.
Yep.
Would you go ahead and give us the contact information where folks
Yeah.
can reach you?
You can reach us at www.natif. That's N as in Nancy, A, T as in Tom, I, F as in Frank, the word logistics.com. And we're also on social media, Natif Logistics. And you can reach us at 754-444-2729. And we'll get to you and we can sit down. And consultations, we are giving free consultations for about 15 to 30 minutes. So if we can start off a conversation and see if you're wanting to take your business to that next level, we then could schedule you for the full consultation.
I said, go ahead and give us again the website, the contact.
The website is www.natiflogistics.com. And Natif is French for native. So that's N as in Nancy, A, T as in Tom, I, F as in Frank, with the word logistics.com. And the phone number is 754-444-2729. And you can reach us that way. Again, we're giving free consultation for 15 to 30 minutes. And then if it's something you really want to push forward with, we'll schedule a full consultation to go over the tools that we need to help you to get your company out.
So I'm going to ask you to go ahead again and talk about the content that you can build. Give some ideas to the content that
Mhm.
you can build,
Mhm.
but also give us a little bit about what you learned here at NABUD and what's going on here at NABUD.
Currently, the content we're building, like with NABHood has been here for 27 years. And to me, it's already doing a great job. And what I came on board with just NABHood, they want more visuals. They want more, they want people to see what's
Yes.
going on. So the goal is to curate content, especially for brands like NABHood, brands like like I said, it's for our goal is the native goal, and we want to get to Caribbean businesses or anyone targeting Caribbean businesses. It doesn't have to just be the Black owners. Anyone that's targeting our community, I have the logistics. We have the content to create for that. So content, website.
How much do you do a website for?
Right now we have a
For
special.
instance, I want to do a website for the Make We Talk program.
Okay.
How much would you do a website like that for?
For a radio station?
No. For my program, my YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
yeah.
Make
Oh,
We Talk.
YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It would go for YouTube and getting it on the website. We could do that for 700. And that's the other goal is the skills that I've gained at schools here. I want to give those same gifts and talents to companies at a good price because I'm not trying to get rich off of one net. So $750 definitely starts a site like you having a live broadcast like this.
I just want to tell you thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
because
you know, I just met you in the hallway, and believe you me, I'm a person who I'm a high tech person. I, you know, I must say thank you for coming on
No, thank
on
you for having me, man.
the WCPP radio station and also on the Make We Talk
Yeah.
YouTube channel. Thank you very much, my
I
friend.
thank you.
You're welcome.
And I hand you back over to former mayor of Broward County, Dale Holness.
Okay, we're here and joining us now at National Association of Black Hotel Owners and Developers Conference is Mr. Kirk Stevens.
No, I'm Lawrence.
I'm
Kurt's
sorry.
the partner, but that's fine. I get love. I get
picked
love either way.
I picked up the wrong card.
No
here.
problem.
Mr. Lawrence Fisher, founder, CEO, Palm Bay Developments, and he's going to tell us a little bit about himself, about his company, and what's going on here. And then we have a couple of fine young people we're going to close out with that's going to tell us their experience here at NABUD. Go ahead, Lawrence. Would you tell us about yourself, your
Okay.
company? And
I won't be long because the young folk got to speak more than I do. But I'm pleased to say, Mr. Future Governor, that I like being here. I'm gonna give you that accreditation now because if I say it into the air, it's gonna be there. But thank you for having me on. I appreciate this. But no, we are developers in North America, Canada, U.S. and the Caribbean. And the idea is that with being in this space, we've been able to do commercial, residential, and if anybody ever needs any assistance, we're going to help them with funding as well. So the thing is, we have partners, hedge fund people, to assist in the space where people want to develop that. Our hospitality in the Caribbean is second to none. When you attend or go to a resort in the Caribbean, you're getting A+ service. So we believe in that for everything that we build in our resorts, in our housing, everything. So that's what Palm Bay does, and that's what we do here in Florida, in the Caribbean, and in Canada. We build with a quality expertise. We do it systematically, and we get the funding. We do everything right because we do the numbers right, because the numbers make sense. And if you want to make dollars and to make it sense, we put it together properly. So that's what we do.
So if someone wants to do a development, if they have a piece of land and they want to develop a hotel, commercial, or do residential development,
Mhm.
you then help them along the way by finding the funding, help with the developmental plan, and then you go ahead and build the stuff for them. Is that
Correct.
what you do?
One-stop shop.
Uh,
People come along and they have cars, they do hospitality, they do this, but they don't have a formidable plan for the next step. They have an idea, okay, but they have to they have to skin your knee, scrape your arm a bit. We're going to help you do the whole thing. So when we sit down, it's still your plan. Your lawyers, your whole accountants, we get you there. We want more Black ownership. We want more involvement. We can work together with anybody. And it doesn't have to be just Black. It could be Hispanic. It could be Caucasian, South American, but we want it done right.
So let me do this. Would you tell us how folks may reach you?
They can email me at lawrence@palmbaydevelopments.com. It's PALM Bay, BAY developments, plural.com. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Keep it positive. We don't have time for negative. We keep it right. And we make sure that everyone's happy with this whole scenario.
So Palm Bay Developments, Mr. Lawrence Fisher. And I see here your website is palmbaydevelopments.com.
Correct.
And you are the president, CEO, founder of this entity, and you do developments in U.S.,
Yes.
Caribbean, Jamaica,
Yep.
Toronto,
Yep.
Canada.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
give us a quick example of one of the developments you did?
So we've done a nursing home, for example. A lot of headache, but at the end of the day, that project, it's the ROI. The money involved in that, like a hotel, is very good. You're looking at a 35 to 42% ROI.
Return on investment.
Oh,
So
I'm
whatever
sorry.
money you put out there, not every one of our people are as sophisticated.
Oh, I'm
as
sorry.
you
I
are.
apologize.
So whatever you invest, the return on your investment, and part of what I'd say is this: too often people want to do it all by themselves, and they don't seek partnerships. They don't seek how they can put their funds together, pool their funds with others in order to build something. So talk a little bit about that and how you bring venture capital to the table.
They don't get afraid. And it's an excellent question. Thank you for asking. What happens is people are afraid to take that next step. You sit down, you come together, we develop the plan for you, because strategies are made with people who know what they're doing. They're not made with people who don't know. If you hang around 5 people that are poor, I'm gonna judge you the same way. But if you step away from those folks and become much more eloquent and say, I want to learn this, I want to do this, if you're open to learning, we can create that possibility.
And again, you repeat your contact information, how they might be able to reach you.
They can always email me, Lawrence@palmbaydevelopments.com, or they can also contact us via the website. But bottom line is, if you want to do something, do it right. I mean, obviously, there's many people that want to do things greatly, but they don't take that next step. And I've done radio interviews where I've had people call. The best interview is a gentleman who I've worked with. He now is on his 3rd project,
Wow.
so it works.
So you're making things happen.
I want to. I want the young people to be empowered.
Yes.
I enjoy the good things in life. I just turned 60 years old. I've been doing it for 28 years. Thank you, brother. I saw the producer and the guy behind the scenes look at me like I'm shocked.
Yeah.
28 years old. I'm very happy with the things I do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. 28 years. I mean, 28 years doing this. Sorry.
You've been doing this.
Feel like I'm 28.
Feel like you're 28, and we're gonna bring. You talk about young people. We're gonna bring Sean Andre Murray, and he's got MST, MA, PHR. He's gonna tell you
Wow.
what all of that is about.
I
He's
like
a
that.
Assistant Professor, Tourism and Hospitality Management. Sean.
In Pennsylvania. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
go-
Thank you
go
for having me
ahead.
on, Dale.
All right, good. Man.
Governor, I look forward to seeing you. All right.
Look forward to I'm here at National Association of Black Hotel Owners and Developers. You've heard that. We're live on radio, WZPP, WZOP radio, and the MEC We Talk program online. We're here now joined by Sean Andre Murray, and you're an assistant professor of tourism and hospitality management at Montgomery County's college.
Yes, we are, Governor. Thank you so much for having me
Well, I'm
on
not
your.
really governor. I told him I want to be governor of the money. I was the mayor of Brown County, so
I was.
so
to-
he,
I
he
was
wants to
told.
promote me to be governor.
I was told you were the governor, so that's what I was actually told. I know you have a lot of connections in this region. I really appreciate the opportunity to join your show.
That's good. So tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Outstanding. So I'm an assistant professor at Montgomery County Community College, which is located right outside of suburban Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And one of the key components that I personally do is working with students that are interested in the business of tourism, especially commercial real estate, destination management, sales marketing, and overall hospitality operations.
Okay, so you then assist these students getting involved in getting a degree in that. But do you go beyond that to help them in the developmental space also?
We definitely do. At Montgomery County Community Colleges, we're probably the only community college in the United States that actually has pipelines and opportunities for students to have exposure into commercial real estate. We partner very closely with Cornell University, along with Florida International University. We also are one of the few community colleges in the United States that focuses on sustainability. And we're global. We have students that participate in fabulous study abroad opportunities, whether it's in Latin America or Europe or even Africa. We also have pipeline programming and partnerships with firms such as the Marriott Hotel Organization, Kipton Hotels through IHG, along with Hyatt and Hilton Hotels. And we're really about not only designing programming and inspiring the lives of our students at the college and our tourism and hospitality management program, but providing these lifelong professional development opportunities and pipelines for students to be the next leaders in the tourism and hospitality space.
Okay, and you're here at National Association of Black Hotel Owners and Developers. How did you get connected with this group and tell us your experience here? Sir.
It's a really funny story. I met Dr. Andy Ingram about 15 years ago at a conference at the University of Delaware. And as is my nature, I made him promise that he will provide scholarships and pipeline programming and funding for me to bring my students. So we come each year our tourism students from Montgomery County Community College. And it really provides such amazing opportunities to expose students not only to some of the investment opportunities and leaders from the Caribbean and other parts of Latin America, but also providing our students with a really global perspective and viewpoint to be able to not only make friends and future investment partners, but to understand hospitality and tourism from a holistic perspective.
Okay, so 15 years you said you?
I've been coming to this conference for about 15 years, bringing my college students here. Yes, and really planting some really amazing pipelines and seeds into investment and hotel entrepreneurship.
Tell us about some of the successes you may have had with this conference.
There are so many amazing successes. With just earlier today, my students having engagement with Sheila Johnson, an African American woman who is a billionaire and a really pioneer and an amazing leader in the hotel ownership and business spaces. We have students that have gone on to work in commercial real estate that I've collaborated with. I have one student many years ago, Talika Franklin, who actually opened a wine boutique brand in the state of Delaware. She is, I believe, the only African American woman winemaker from that actual state. So there's so many opportunities that this conference has the opportunity to provide for young people. And it's really about collaborative. I lead the student programming. We have about 35 college students from the Caribbean throughout the United States, many from HBCUs, historically Black colleges, universities here in the US. It's really about building those relationships, whether students from Boston University or Cornell University, Virginia State. It's really about bringing these young people together and providing the opportunity for them to make friends and build these professional relationships.
So would you give us your contact information, how they might be able to reach you and reach the college?
Sure. Perfect. My email is smurray, MURRAY, at mc3.edu. And the best way to
Repeat it again slowly.
perfect, SMURRAY at mc3.edu. And my organization is Montgomery County Community College, located in Pennsylvania.
Okay, and anyone from anywhere in the United States or around the world can actually attend the college, correct?
We will create a pipeline and an opportunity for individuals that want to learn more about the business of tourism to attend our programming.
Okay. So we have this fine young lady, Gabriela Tornetta, who is helping with us being online here and doing your social media stuff. Come on down for a quick moment. We've got about 1 minute left or so. Gabriela Tornetta, tell us
Hey.
about NABHOOD, why you're here and what's going on.
I'm here because I've always had an interest in tourism and hospitality in general. I started my tourism and hospitality career in culinary, and then Murray told me about the tourism degree that the tourism program that he specifically created and started and headed, and I fell in love with tourism all over again after kind of being unsure after culinary. It was wonderful to be here today, especially to see Miss Sheila Johnson. She is the queen and idol for tourism in my mind. So I was very happy to meet her and all of the leaders that have been here today. It's been fabulous just being able to hear people that I aspire to look up to or to be at one day or have their job, because a lot of the people that I've met are doing real estate, and that is my goal. So real estate
So
is
you're in school right now.
yeah, I just finished my associates for the tourism and
And
hospitality
you're gonna
management.
move on and maybe one day
Mm,
be a billionaire like Sheila Jackson, who is the former owner of BET, now Salamander Hospitality, huge entity.
that
It's
is the
great to
goal.
have you. So
Thank you so
it's
much.
good to see you're bubbly and excited about being a part of this great event. We're
Of
here,
course. Thank you so much.
WZOP, WZPP. We're coming to you live from National Association of Black Hotel Owners and Developers.
Sir
Go ahead.
Holness, it has been a good day.
Yes.
A very good day broadcasting live from here on the Make We Talk program, on also on our YouTube channel. This is where we say so long from here and returning to the studios of WZPP. I am Jeffrey Tavares.
And Dale Holness, former mayor of Broward County, will be here tomorrow talking to some folks about tourism and opportunities to get into business.
Thank you so much, Mr. Holness.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure, sir. Goodbye, my friends. This is where we say so long from here until tomorrow, or later on this evening when I go live to speak about the Statius Golden High School. Have a good evening, everyone.